going through a change, and it's going on at the DNA level. And while the old DNA is melting away, you must take control of creating your new DNA, planting your new reality on the new DNA. Otherwise, you just have old DNA dying away, and the body's just going to die away with it because you haven't placed a new reality. The only reality there is the reality of just the old DNA dying away. You must plant the new reality into your DNA. When you buy your Eternal Life album, or when you use the transformation kit, when you use any of the music that is sold at the crystalmagicsorchestra.com, you must always be planting your new reality. This music is made for you to learn to feel what is going on inside of you. You can feel these frequencies. You can feel frequencies that are much beyond your body that you couldn't hear before. You can hear frequencies that make you feel more etheric than you ever did before. And you tune into that new etheric reality, that spiritual reality, and blend your consciousness into it. And you always use I am to create your new reality. That is the message that your new DNA responds to. I am Christ consciousness. I am the new eternal life body. I am the cells that reconstruct my body instantly. I am instant manifestation. I am a genius. You must transform your body. So the hormones do not work in the new reality, and the synaptic cleft has replaced the hormones. Synaptic cleft is what you fire the new reality. Each time you fire, I am perfect health. I am the genius. I am the brand new body. I am 20 years younger. I am eternal life. So you're firing that from your synaptic cleft inside of your cellular memory to create that new reality of the new Superman. So we evolve through this quality of consciousness by absorbing new knowledge of a new reality. This becomes a building block for a new reality to be dreamed into a new you. The microscopic fabric within the soma of the neurotransmitters dissolve the entire mass of the DNA. Those old realities in the old DNA must be dissolved before a new reality can be dreamed. So I breathe the new frequency of the violet string into your DNA in consciousness to melt away the old realities and allow a new reality to be formed on your new DNA. Your Eternal Life album plays the harp strings within the DNA to prepare your consciousness to sing a new song of love transformation into the Christ consciousness. The harp strings vibrate all the way from the infinite unknown neurotransmitters that have no electrons. The song becomes frequency, a very high, sweet frequency. The voice becomes transformed into this new frequency of etheric sweetness, and that song sings through the DNA until the old DNA melts away. That new song sung through the breaths of angels affects the entire fiber core network of the cell, the neuronet, and the DNA. Only one cell in the body needs to become transformed before the entire body transforms into the Christ body. The new breath of creation sung from the violet sphere transmutes all of the lower spheres. The cosmic transforms the universal, the galactic, and the solar, and the planetary consciousness. The spheres within the DNA transform all the way down into the density of visible light. The invisible light becomes the blue hue to the mind who is beginning this transformation. Those of you who have followed the candle technique and used the full spectrum of light energy, just like we use the harp string, have experienced this. That candle technique is on the crystalmagickorchestra.com website. It can be used by anyone, and you can use that together with any of the music that you prefer or with your Eternal Life album. Each of the strings on the harp string are the same as the light spectrum in the candle flame. Just as if you look at a candle flame, you'll see at the base of the candle there's a stem. That would be the Hertzian frequency, the lowest spectrum of light frequency. And then around that you would see a little bit of red frequency, which is infrared, and then the yellow light, which is visible light, and then invisible light, and then the X-ray, and then the gamma, and then finally the violet light. And when you move your consciousness completely into that candle, you will see that the light in the candle becomes blue, and you will see blue spheres around the candle. You're seeing the hologram of your blue body. You're turning into your blue body. You're shifting from the physical, being separated from the spiritual, into tuning into oneness with it, going beyond the electrons, tuning in to your blue body. And then when you work with the candle even more, you'll see right at the tip of the candle is a tiny little violet or pink-white light. That is where, if this candle flame represented the entire cosmos, that tip is where the entire cosmos touches on the mind of God. And through that very spark at the tip of the candle flame, everything within all of the other light can be transformed. And that happens in your mind by you seeing the candle turn blue, and then you see the connection going clear to the lower part of your back of your head, which is called the medulla oblongata, and you see a connection going directly from that is where the mind of God touches in your body, the same place it would touch the point on that candle. And you go through this transformation where the entire room becomes black, and the only thing that you can see is that one tiny light, and you see your connection between your violet flame of your mind of God, and that's when you move into that slower moving cosmic consciousness, and it puts you into a trance state, and you're in a trance state with your mind open because the room is turning black. You're seeing antimatter, which is spiritual light. It's the absence of anything. It's removing the illusions in the room around you, and you're just moving into that light of the mind of God. That is the place where you need to go to begin the transformation of your DNA. That is just the beginning. You must go there to begin. And you use that light together with the activations that are already placed in your Eternal Life album to begin this transformation in your DNA. So when we take the body completely into the candle flame of the full light spectrum of the mind of God, we are transforming the tiny little harp strings within the soma of the neuronet. We are allowing the highest frequency to strum the harp strings of our minds.